It's time for a special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, and look at these two guys with me.
Look at us.
You might know them. Dave Blosser to our far right, and also right in the middle. This is Pollard. Rock for Tots is our subject of conversation today. It's coming up this Friday. We'll tell you more in just a moment, but first, these words from Advanced Services.
Hi, I'm Dave Pinkerton with Advanced Services Heating and Cooling, your local heating and cooling expert. If you want quality service, quality installation, give Advanced Services a call, 740-773-4499.
It's that time of the year again, first Friday in December, and here it is. It's time to talk Rock for Tots again. 30-plus years. What's the actual number?
38.
38. So we're almost coming to a landmark year.
Almost.
Yeah. But any year's a landmark year when you got Dave Blosser with you.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, thanks for having us on.
Sure. Thanks for making yourselves available to us. The Majestic Theater has been your home the last couple of years for this event. And we were just talking, we forgot John Barry's there tonight.
John's here tonight.
And so that has to create some difficulty for you in setting up the show, I would think.
You know, it's just part of the juggle of doing the show. Yeah. Over the years, we've just dealt with a lot of stuff, and that's okay. I mean, it's nice that the theater's active like that. Mm-hmm. It's cool that John's in town for the 26th year, and he's such a good guy, and it's a great show, and it's good for town, it's good for Chillicothe. And
last I saw, there were less than 5 tickets left for the show.
It's sold out.
Yeah, it's always that way.
Yeah.
Always that way.
Yeah. Absolutely. We'd like to see that for Rock for Tots.
Well, we sure would. Things are looking good, though. We've got 6 bands, 250 auction items, 2 days to go, 38 years.
All those numbers.
It's game on, baby.
Put together.
Yeah.
And your price has not changed, has it? Your admission price.
What are we charging, Dave?
Well, $10 a ticket.
At the door.
At the door. But
special offer.
If you would happen to run into me downtown.
Because he's got tickets.
I may have some free tickets to hand you, so please don't hesitate to say something.
Okay. And you can actually buy them online at majesticchillicothe.net in advance of the show for $5.
And just remember, all the money that you spend goes to Rock for Tots, so it's not like anybody's getting rich off these ticket sales.
Yeah. We just want people there and have a good time, be a good positive event for the town, for the community.
Yes.
And we support 35 Children's Charities now, 2 college scholarships, a college endowment program, and it benefits needy kids, a variety of organizations all throughout Southern Ohio with a focus on Ross County, Pike County, this area.
It's staggering to think about the number of years you've put this together. If you're not familiar with what Rock for Tots is, it is a rock concert / auction.
Right.
Heavy on the auction, but also heavy on the music too.
Yeah, it's a good balance, we think. You know, people that come to the show can spend an hour and have a good time, or they can spend the entire evening with us. So the doors open at 6 p.m. It usually runs till about 11-ish, maybe 11:30, whatever, depending on how many auction items and how long that goes. You know, you can't really put a gauge on that too much. Yeah. But but a band will play. The band comes out. They sell themselves for at auction for a party or something later. Mm-hmm. You know, the Dan Ramey Christmas party, whatever.
Exactly.
You know? And then the Auction Ohio team will sell 8 or 10 items. And then we do another band, and we just repeat that throughout the night.
Your bands, some of them are back again.
Yeah.
Because they've just loved this event. And you've worked with a lot of them for so long that it's almost like clockwork.
It's a crazy family thing that's going on here, to be honest with you. First of all, the area is truly blessed with crazy talent. Yeah. I mean, you know, everybody that gets out knows that there's a lot of great musicians here, there's a lot of great history here, all that. But some of these folks, they just really, they're like buoys, man. They lift us up, you know, and make themselves available, and they're awesome. Well, I could just go down the list here, but I know that Good and Stout is playing for I have no idea. Chucky Good could tell you to the actual minute, but we've got 7 Mile Bluegrass performing. The Weegians are performing. Who else, Dave?
Murphy and So High
Yeah.
and Stateside Red.
Yeah. So a younger band, Stateside Red, who heavily involved with BBB Music. It's those guys. They're going to perform. Steve Abley and the gang from the band So High, rock band. They are a rock band. They're awesome. They've done a lot of cool videos. Check them out online. I know they've done stuff with like Buster Douglas and just a lot of fun videos, and you should see them. And then Murphy, our friend from American Idol, who was a fan favorite of last season, has become a real friend of Rock for Tots, and he's going to perform again.
Is he still residing in the area?
He is.
Is that right?
He is, yeah.
Here's a guy who was...
He's based here.
Performing homeless on the street at one point in time.
Seattle.
In Seattle, and here he is in Little Chillicothe, Ohio, where it all happens.
Yeah. He's great. He's an incredible talent. You should check him out online, too. But yeah.
And you can check him out Friday night.
Yeah, right. How about we do that?
Well.
Live and in person.
That's right. We were talking just a moment ago before going on about the streaming capabilities that you've connected with the Majestic Theater now and through the recording workshop. So you will have the show streamed this Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I probably should do a big shout out to Majestic and their staff and just allowing us to do this, and also to the Rec W Recording Workshop, who is providing sound, lighting, full production, including live video streaming for the Rock for Tots show. So go to therecw.com or go to Facebook with the Rec W, or YouTube channel, and that's where you'll find it.
And it's real simple. If you've not used YouTube before, just go to youtube.com and put in Rec W, and it'll pop right up.
RECW, and it'll pop up.
No WREC.
And once again, I think we should mention that all these professional, if you would, people from Rec W are donating their time and talents to make this a success. So
pretty awesome, to be honest with you, because it takes maybe 8 or 10 people to pull it off.
And it's almost on the job training, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
I know Rock for Tots has been on the job training for quite a while now, so we're always making it up as we go. But it's fun to do that, It's fun to push yourself a little bit and expand.
I want to talk about what keeps you driving in this, and the reason I bring this up is because, sure, it's fun to put on a show, it's fun to raise money, but you are personally involved with these 35 children's charities, but you've seen a lot over the years, and you've seen how it changes people's lives. Yeah,
in addition to, over the years, we've developed relationships with folks with the JC Special Santa program, been working with them for a long, long time, and Big Brothers and
Carver Community Center.
Yeah, and Child Protection Center, and just all these different ones. And you definitely develop these relationships with folks. But in addition to that, we get a lot of calls late. When I say late, like right up to Christmas, that says, hey, our house burned down, or we had some sort of tragic thing, or we work closely with the VA and veterans that have some things that they need help with occasionally. And Dave and I have seen quite a lot going out delivering toys at the last minute, and it's not just toys. We do food, clothing, whatever they might need. Yeah.
Well, one of the stories you were telling beforehand involved a veteran that was taking down his Christmas tree, Dave.
Oh boy!
Yeah, tell them this one.
I'll tell you, I'll never forget this. Paul had an address, and we were going to deliver Christmas gifts. So we were in my truck, and we pull in the driveway, and the place looks it was a nice house. It was a split level. And we go to the back door and knock. This guy comes to the door, and he says, can I help you? And we're like, Paul Pollard, Dave Blosser, Rock for Tots. We're here to deliver Christmas gifts. And I thought the guy was going to break right then.
Because this was a couple of days before Christmas,
This was a couple, and it was on Route I think it was on, I won't mention the location because that's unimportant. But
It was local for sure.
yeah, it was definitely a local rural residence. And we walked in with all these gifts and put them down beside his Christmas tree, and he just breaks down and starts bawling right there. And he says, you can't imagine what an impact you've had on us, because I was waiting for all the kids to go to school so I could take down the Christmas tree because we had no gifts for them. And he was a veteran. And now he says, we can have Christmas like everybody else. It didn't cost him a dime, except just a much appreciated thank you, a handshake, and we're going, just like Santa himself.
Yeah, that was great.
And I know, Paul, over the years, you and I have talked about this, about that first year.
Oh, man.
Of taking toys to homes and just seeing the places you went, how well you were received.
Right.
But the twinkle on a kid's eye when they see something come to them.
Dude, that is universal. I'm telling you what, that never gets old. And God has his way of motivating us and reminding us, what to do and to keep doing it, things like that. And yeah, that first year we had no clue. We still don't really know what we're doing, but we had,
you keep coming back and trying,
we had
right?
no clue that first year, man. And me and Tony Federici, man, we went to deliver to about 7 or 8 houses. We all split up into teams that first year, and that first family, same kind of thing. It was on top of a hill. It was snowing. It was very Christmas Hallmark movie sort of thing,
You probably had the Santa hats on.
Yeah, we did have the Santa hats with really long hair. We were wannabe rock and rollers, right? And this lady answers the door after many knocks because it was only about 6:30 or so, and she finally answered the door. And we thought it was weird because it was 6:30. It was Christmas Eve, and everybody's in bed. We thought nobody was home. We thought, what are we going to do with all this stuff? Leave it on the porch? We don't know. That was first house, first time, first everything. And finally she opens the door, and we go in, and I'm trying to explain to her who we are and what we're doing. And here comes Tony, and he's got, the bags of stuff. And back in those days, we would deliver things without people knowing we were coming. We still do that. But we didn't know. We only knew it was a boy age 5 or girl age 7. So the packages were wrapped and tagged that way. Mm-hmm. So Tony's trying to figure that out. I'm trying to explain to her in some hurry to let her know we're not there to rob her or something, because she didn't know what was going on. But as we were saying this, a little 4-room house. They didn't have windows. They only had that opaque plastic stapled up. They only had a lighted Christmas tree, no gifts. The only decorations were those red and green paper chains that kids make in school with the paste, right? Mm-hmm. And we look over there, and pretty soon we see one kid's head pop out from around the corner, and another one. They had 6 kids. Six in this little 2-bedroom, kitchen, living room. A little square house. And pretty soon the excitement was insane, and these kids just couldn't. It was bubbling up. We can't help it. Can we? And man, the next thing you know, there's paper flying, and man, tears were flowing. It was cool.
It's the best Christmas ever.
It really was. It was my best Christmas ever. It was very cool.
I'll tell you, we had another incident here in the city, and this is another one I will never forget. It was, I'll just say it was on Douglas Avenue, and we called them to make sure they were there, and we went down with gifts for the kids. And once we got there, we took everything in, and we did our hi, Merry Christmas, how's everything going? We hope you have a great holiday, and now we're out of here. And she said, wait a minute, I've got something for you. So they brought out a bag of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. They were still warm.
That was great.
And that's when I made my exit, because I couldn't take any more. Yeah. But it's just moments like that that make incredible. You want to do this year after year after year because of the people you help who genuinely appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And for those watching, and you've never been to Rock for Tots, or you've never contributed to Rock for Tots, this is the reason why, and this is where the monies go. 100% of the proceeds go to making sure these kids either get gifts or you help the agencies with a check.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of these, I mean, we help agencies because they're just so well equipped. You know, they're staffed and they.
Dan, what's that old saying? It's the reason for the season.
Amen to that. You bet. You bet. The show again begins at 7.
Yeah,
Doors open
at 6. We start kicking it off around 6:30-ish. First auction goes on about 6:45. First band about 7, and then it's off and running for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. You know, there's another thing that happened during the Rock for Tots, and I know that sometimes we talk about things, sometimes we don't, sometimes we forget about them, but you had a baby born during Rock for Tots.
Oh, boy.
That we did. Yeah, she's the best, man. Her name's Josephina, and we call her Joey, and she's born on December 2nd, which is tomorrow. And December. She's born on December 1st. The show's on December 2nd.
Right.
Forgive me. And she's born on the 1st of 2020, and changed my life for the best, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so 2 years later, I got a feeling that at the 60th Rock for Tots event, she's going to probably be involved with it in some fashion.
She'll probably be the driving force and the MC.
That's right.
Who knows, man?
And I bring this up because it's become almost a generational thing. And so many people have been involved with it over the years.
True.
That RT or RFT has become a monogram that people are familiar with.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
Anything we've missed?
How we've missed the event. It hadn't started yet, but we're ready.
We could sit long enough and talk right up to the start of the event.
Show. It's time to go then, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's going to put it together, right?
Right.
You've got a great group of volunteers that help out year after year, and you've got a lot of businesses that contribute as well.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you want to run through your sponsor names at all.
Well, at the risk of forgetting someone, I'd be happy to do that. Start with you guys, man. You and Mike and Matt Litter and the Litter family and Litter Media, Litter Quality Propane, all of that has been insanely supportive.
And the first year, Classic Brands wasn't involved because you didn't have.
We didn't have it,
beverage to sell,
but very, very
right?
shortly after we did.
Yeah.
Prentex, got to thank Prentex Jeffrey and his dad Jeff, who, God bless him, man. We walked in and he listened patiently.
And he figured out what you said.
He listened patiently, just like Dave Smith at the radio station.
Yeah.
Trying to explain, we need help doing, what are you trying to do? You know, I could just see it in their face, but they didn't say anything. Neither one of them. And at the end of it, they both just said,
we're on board.
We're on board. Give him whatever he wants. It's like, all right, there we go.
Hey, one of the groups that I think we overlooked was Ben True and the Basement Collection. Collective, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Paul and I have seen Ben come up through the ranks from a struggling guitar soloist to the leader of a band that's
awesome.
So great.
Yeah.
And he was kind of backward, wasn't he, beforehand?
Oh, boy. He was kind of shy.
Yeah. Other folks definitely want to thank the Norse family of dealers. They have been with us since the very beginning as well. Got to thank Auction Ohio, Steve Hummel and Chris and Keith and Taylor and all the people that are doing that. The gang at the Rec W, Melody Young, Gene Batts, Christy at the CVB, the Chillicothe Convention Visitors Bureau, crazy supportive, helping us in every way. Majestic Theater.
Yeah, let's not leave them out.
Yeah, Tim Ellis and Ellis Farms, insanely supportive. Dave's Mechanical, Accurate Heating, Bill and Linda Hernstein. Just, we could go on and on, but these guys are rocks that we get to stand on. So
they are the rocks beneath the Rock for Tots.
There we go. Let's go with that.
The foundation, as it were. So, guys, thank you for what you're doing. Have a great show this weekend.
Thank you. Yeah.
And again, the cool thing
hold
is...
on. I got to do
I'm sorry.
something, though. I got to thank my wife.
Oh, yes.
For
I'm sorry, Brooke,
supporting
sorry.
me. And, but also, we got to wish Joey a happy birthday, which is tomorrow the 1st. So happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Joey.
birthday. And you don't know what you've done for this guy in his life.
You better believe it.
Just by your presence. So, guys, again, thanks for what you're doing. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to
say
you.
that.
Ho, ho, ho.
You bet. He's going to work on that beard next, so watch out.
Right.
Santa's on the way. Rock for Tots, it's this Friday. Doors open at 6, Majestic Theater, and don't forget you'll be able to watch this on their YouTube channel. Rec W is where you want to go to watch it on YouTube. Of course, we'll have all the information. And in this post, you can also see the Rock for Tots link to their Facebook page. Click on that, and you can see some of the auction items and all that jazz.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Guys,
Great.
thanks again.
Thank you.
Coming up in just a moment, it's our daily program, Litter Media Live, all coming up here on Litter Media on Facebook. Thanks for watching.